Facebook once reigned supreme in social media, and its blue interface and iconic logo are synonymous with connection and community. But behind the facade of success lurked a crisis of unprecedented proportions, shaking the very foundation of the tech giant and leaving investors and users alike bewildered and shocked. Over just 7 months, Facebook's stock price plummeted by a staggering 50%, marking the beginning of a tumultuous journey into uncertainty. As the dust settled, the stark reality emerged. Facebook, once the king of social media, was now teetering on the brink of irrelevance. This is the story of Facebook's dramatic decline, a cautionary tale of hubris, short-sightedness, and the perils of losing touch with the pulse of a changing world. Facebook's dramatic decline. Once hailed as the king of social media, Facebook is now facing a massive crisis that has investors and users shocked and frustrated. In just 7 months, starting from February 2nd, 2022, the company's stock price has dropped by a whopping 50%, signaling the start of a rocky road ahead. This sharp fall is a clear sign of Facebook's serious problems: lousy management, short-term thinking, and ignoring how social media is changing. Meta, Facebook's parent company, lost an incredible $230 billion in value in a single day. This vast loss happened because Meta needed to keep up with what users wanted, especially younger people who are increasingly leaving the platform. The thriving social media world Facebook built is now falling apart, and the people running the show are to blame: Mark Zuckerberg's tunnel vision. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook's mysterious founder and CEO, has always dreamed big. He wanted to connect everyone to the internet, making his social media empire even more significant. However, his obsession with growth has kept him from seeing the severe problems within his company. Instead of fixing issues like privacy and making the site more user-friendly, Zuckerberg has been focused only on his big dream, leaving Facebook open to the problems it's facing now. Facebook struggles to keep up. In the fast-changing world of social media, Facebook is struggling to stay relevant against new rivals that understand what users want today. Young people, who are super important for any social media site, don't see the point of using Facebook anymore. The lively community that made Facebook so famous is starting to break apart and move to more excellent, fun platforms, leaving Facebook feeling empty and old-fashioned. The drop in Facebook's popularity isn't just a short-term problem. It shows a bigger issue. Facebook hasn't kept up with the times. People are getting fed up with Facebook's privacy problems, the spread of fake news, and how hard it is to connect with others there. So, they're looking for other places online that match what they care about. This big move away from Facebook has left the company rushing to try and stay vital, but they're finding it's too hard to catch up. Facebook's fall in the shadow of TikTok and others. With the rise of platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, and even Instagram, ironically also owned by Meta, Facebook's weaknesses have become even more glaring, speeding up its decline. These new platforms have won over younger users with fresh, fun content and cool features that connect with them. Meanwhile, Facebook's attempts to copy them have seemed desperate and fake, pushing away the users it still has. As Facebook loses more users and value, it's clear that its once strong position as the top social media platform is slipping away. The arrogance and laziness of its leaders are finally catching up with them, and the results are pretty awful. Facebook can only change itself and earn back the trust of its users, and it might end up as a story of being too proud and missing out on chances to make things right. Facebook's shocking wake-up call. Losing a mind-boggling $230 billion in just one day is a huge wake-up call for Facebook and its leaders. It shows how badly they need to change and adapt to all the problems and what people want. The fact that this loss happened so fast makes it even more severe, showing how bad things are for Facebook. As Facebook's stock price keeps dropping and people keep leaving, the company faces a big crisis that it brought on itself. The once powerful social media giant, which wanted to connect everyone, now increasingly needs to be more in touch with its users. The road ahead is super uncertain and full of tough challenges. We'll have to wait and see if Facebook can figure things out and return stronger. A lesson in hubris and disconnection. The story of Facebook's downfall warns about what happens when a company gets too big, too full of itself, and too out of touch with what its users want. It's a clear message that no matter how powerful a company may seem, it's never too big to fail. As social media keeps changing fast, Facebook has to change too. Or it could end up forgotten, a once great empire ruined by its pride and short-term thinking. The impact of Facebook's decline goes way beyond just losing money. It's affecting people and communities who rely on the platform to stay connected, talk, and help each other. Take Sarah, a single mom who ran a successful online business selling handmade stuff through her Facebook page. Now that fewer people are using Facebook and interacting less, Sarah's having difficulty keeping her business going and making enough money to take care of her family. The incredible community of other artists and supporters she had on Facebook has broken up and moved to different places, leaving Sarah feeling lonely and unsure about what to do next. Impact on personal connections and social movements. Here's another story showing how Facebook's decline affects people's personal lives and essential causes. Imagine a close group of friends from high school who used to keep in touch through a private Facebook group. Now that fewer people are using Facebook, the group is less active than it used to be. More members are posting updates or chatting than they used to. As a result, these friends are slowly growing apart, missing out on the support and fun they used to share. But it's not just friendships that are suffering. Community groups and social movements that rely on Facebook to get organized and make a difference. Take, for example, an environmental group that used Facebook to gather support for their campaign against a big industrial project in their area. Now that fewer people are using Facebook, the group struggles to get people involved and keep the issue in the spotlight. Without a good way to communicate and work together, the group finds building momentum and bringing about real change challenging, leaving its members disappointed and let down. Impact on older adults. Let's consider how Facebook's decline affects older adults, who often rely on the platform for connection and community. Imagine George, a retired widower who used Facebook to stay in touch with loved ones, share updates about his life, and connect with people who shared his interests. As fewer people use Facebook, George's once active network quiets down. He feels increasingly lonely and isolated, unsure of how to maintain the social connections that were so important to him. Facebook's impact on small businesses and nonprofit organizations. Let's delve into how Facebook's decline affects small businesses and nonprofit organizations, which heavily relied on the platform for promotion and outreach. Imagine a local restaurant that used Facebook to connect with customers, share specials, and build a loyal following. As Facebook's reach diminishes, the restaurant needs help attracting new customers and experiences a sharp decline in sales. Similarly, nonprofit organizations like animal shelters depend on Facebook to raise awareness, attract adopters, and solicit donations. With the platform's decline, these organizations find engaging with supporters and maintaining vital resources challenging, jeopardizing their ability to carry out their missions. The impact of Facebook's decline on individuals, communities, and organizations. Let's explore how Facebook's decline extends beyond financial metrics, profoundly affecting people, communities, and organizations. Imagine a retired widower named George, who relied on Facebook for social connection, but now feels increasingly isolated as the platform's user base shrinks. Similarly, imagine a local environmental group struggling to mobilize supporters without Facebook's reach. For businesses like restaurants, the decline means a loss of visibility and revenue, while nonprofits like animal shelters find it harder to raise awareness and donations. This shift reflects a broader change in the social and cultural landscape, leaving users to adapt to a new reality and seek alternative means of connection and support. As Facebook grapples with these challenges, its decline will continue to impact individuals and communities for years to come. How has your usage and perception of Facebook changed in response to its decline? And what adjustments have you made in your online social interactions? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot to us. Take care until the next one, and feel free to drop a comment sharing your thoughts. See you soon.